Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video here about a problem that I think somewhat common in these M3s and also confusing and distressing for a lot of owners, which is, what some people perceive to be the M clunk, or a clunk coming somewhere from the drive shaft or the rear end of the vehicle. And that could mean, I guess the M clunk can mean a lot of different things for different people. Anyway, so in my case, it took a long time trying to figure out what's going on. And initially I thought it could be coming from the differential, or a differential bushing, or any combination of things related to anything from the drive shaft to the final drive components. I went ahead and just took a piecemeal approach actually, I initially decided, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and try to readjust the backlash on my diff. But before I did that, I decided to take a more piecemeal approach towards trying to diagnose the problem on the vehicle. So one thing that I noticed on my car is when I have it jacked up, now I already have the drive shaft removed already, so you're not gonna notice the symptom that I'm about to describe. But when I had it jacked up with the handbrake down, when I moved my rear tire, I would hear a clunk, which is the clunk that I would normally hear when I drive at low speeds and shifting gears, normally between first and second, also when I go in reverse. So doing that made me feel like it's potentially the differential. So for some other reason, I went ahead and decided to just kind of step down and remove the drive shaft altogether and take a look at that as well. Well, I know that I replaced the CSB, the central support bearing, recently, so I know that was not the issue. It's still intact, no damage to that. I thought there could be, I might have done something wrong, reinstalling the drive shaft, or putting back the drive shaft, but this is pretty solid right here. There is no movement here, but the one part that I did notice that had what seemed to be somewhat of a problem is the CV joint. And this joint right here, you might not be able to hear this clearly, but let's go ahead and just need to fix it. It's kind of hard to hear that. This is pretty light, and it's hard to believe that this is what's causing it. But that actually turned out to be the root cause of the issue. So let me try to put this somewhere. Got a clear picture of what I'm trying to do here. There you go. So, hear that? Yeah. So as it turns out, that is the root cause of my M clunk. And I think a big part of it has to do, I had a major project under my vehicle which involved upgrading the multiple components of the rear suspension and reinforcing the rear floor and upgrading the bushings. Upon a lot of things, I swapped out the transmission from an SMG to a manual. And I think I might have had this drive shaft laying the wrong way for too long, where this thing might have been bent for a while, or one of the support one of the support jacks that I've used to keep it in line just fell, and it just was bent for a while, and that might have contributed to the problem. Anyway, yeah, so I hope that fixes your issue, and you don't, I know a lot of people are being driven crazy trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, that was a problem for me. So hope that helps somebody out there. And feel free to leave any comments or questions. I'll be more than happy to try to respond and provide some feedback. Thanks.